I'll be glad when I get the full version of Screencastify, so I don't have to break this down into 5-minute increments. That's kind of short. But anyway, so continuing on, this is part 2. So we are in the classroom area and we're our classwork area tab underneath this. If you're creating an assignment, you can create just a regular assignment. And when you go in here, there's some really cool things that they have added to Google Classroom that helps it be much more user friendly for the teacher. Um, you have your title, you're just, and you can add, but you can also create docs, slides, sheets, drawings, and forms inside here as you're building it. So it makes it a lot more user friendly. You don't have to go outside of it to create the form. You can do it just right here inside of it. Um, also, once again, over here, you can select more than one class to put something in. You can tell it how many points that you're going to do it. And the cool thing with Google Forms, especially, is that you can set up a key and it'll grade it for you. And then you just take the grades off of it and do it. So here's your due date. This is where I was talking about topics. You can create a topic. So if you want to create your topics, that's where you'll do it. And if you have a rubric for whatever assignment that you're working on, they now have the ability for you to upload that rubric here so that students can see it. So that makes it much, much more user friendly. And another cool feature so that you don't slam them all at once. Say if you want to scatter your assignments over the week, um, you can assign it right away, or you can click on the arrow beside it and you can schedule it. Okay. And there'll be another menu pop up and you'll schedule what date that it will post. And so it'll do that for you down the road. I a lot of times did that, sometimes a week at a time. I would work on them, get them all set up, and schedule them to come out different dates. You can even select the time that you want them to come out and everything inside there. Another one is the quiz assignment. The difference between it is that it automatically creates a Google form for you right here in here. And then you can go in here and start working on it. Um, Tomorrow, I will show you more about Google Forms, but I'm not going to work on that right now tonight. But I will go into this more tomorrow. But that's the difference between the two of them, is that it automatically creates. Um, and there's options here of locked mode on the Chromebooks so that they can't go searching for answers on it and everything. It locks it down to where they have to just do the quiz. I mean, there's lots of cool features here on this, but we'll get more back to that once we get a form and stuff created. Also, there's the questions. So for discussions, like we were talking about doing discussion questions, this is a good spot to do it. You'll post a question here. Students can then reply to it and can reply to other posts as long as you enable that. So when you pull this up, once again, you can add a little video and then ask your question of it and say instructions of what you're supposed to do. You can tell it whether it's going to be a short answer or multiple choice. And so that's entirely up to you. And so notice right here is you can check that students can edit their answers, but they can also reply to each other. Okay, so all these same things here pertain to this. And then it's so material, that's just simply putting something in here like I have books and other stuff like that. If I post something for a website where they have to use a certain login, I usually put it under course material. They can search that through there and it makes it a lot faster for them to find it. Also, this is probably my favorite little tool amongst them all, and that is the reuse post. So a lot of times we end up doing some of the exact same assignments, just different chapter, different things. So when you click on reuse post, you can, right here, you can go and select a class. So if you've already created an assignment in second period and you forgot to click on that button and, assign it to everybody, or you're coming to create the assignment for the first time, but you want to reuse like your definitions, but you want to change this stuff here. All you do is click this, tell it to reuse, and then it pulls it up and you can edit it, change the dates on it, change all the stuff about it, and work on it right there. Makes it so awesome so you don't have to redo it every single time. So that's one of my favorite tools on there too. All right, well, I'm running out of time. So that'll be the last video I do for today. I'll get y'all some more tomorrow. If you have any questions, just holler at me.